We need Jews to know where they came from. And you know, there was a recent president who said that the Jewish state is sort of a compensation because of the Shoah to the Jewish people. That is incorrect. The Jewish state is not because of the Shoah, it's despite the Shoah. The Jewish state is ours because for 3,800 years, it's been our home. That's it. It's our home. And anyone can open up the book that everyone in the world reads and just see it, in fact, from this very parsha.
Amen. You know, I'm a Sephardic Jew. I didn't grow up with Reform, conservative. I just grew up, it's Jewish, right? So it's taken me a while to really understand how different the Jewish community is in America than it is in Israel. If you don't mind me saying, I think Israel is more the Sephardic model, where denominations are just not that important. It's really a sense of Jewish first. So do you see that a possibility, because the IAC is all about Israeliness, but Israeliness also includes an Israeli way of doing Judaism, right? I mean, do you see a possibility where they can bring that Israeli way of doing Judaism in America?
I think it goes both ways. Unfortunately, I'm an Ashkenazi.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. But I will point out that it goes both ways. I'll tell you another story. My wife Gilat, she grew up in a moshav, again, totally secular. I mean, she was a beauty, so yeah, I fell in love and got married and all. And I tried to show her, you know, how beautiful the religion is and all that. She didn't really buy in. Brought her to shul in Israel, no go. Because people there, you know, they come and daven and talk. Then I founded my technology startup, moved to Manhattan, and we lived there for 5 years. One of the first few weeks we were walking in Manhattan, and we saw a sign that said, how about you come to the beginner's minyan? So we looked interesting, we went up, and it was really different from Israel. No questions asked. No one looked at the color of my yarmulke or the length of my wife's sleeves. You are Jewish, you are welcome. And that's something that we need to, that's something that we definitely need to import from America to Israel. In terms of what we can export from Israel to American Jewry, I guess it's the big heart. And I think together, we have to form a relationship that will withstand hundreds and hundreds of years to come. And it's a big adventure.
Are you concerned when you see these issues that seem to be really serious? The issues like, you know, the woman at the wall at the Kotel and conversions. I mean, you're right in the thick of it. And a lot of American Jewish leaders take that really seriously. And often they seem so offended by some of the things that happen in Israel. Does that concern you in the sense of your agenda of strengthening the relationship?
It does. There's a huge chasm between you know, the Israeli mentality and the American Jewry mentality. These things are solvable. I don't know how many of you know, but I'm the guy who built the egalitarian plaza at the Kotel. Everyone was fussing around, and it took 3 days and 3 nights we built it. And it's good, it's there. It's sort of a boutique Kotel if you want. It's usually not very full. We could solve it. I feel that to some extent both sides are looking to fight rather than looking to find a solution. I think it's solvable if each side will compromise.
Yeah, do you feel that sometimes the body language is a little too strident? You know, like, I don't feel the love, I just feel the criticism. And do you feel that way sometimes when, and I don't know how you get around that.
I mean, there are different laws of physics in Israel and America. I'll tell you one thing, that when I came to America with my company, it took me a while to teach the Americans that it's considered impolite in Israel to actually let the other person finish his sentence. It's a big no. You don't do that. Also, it took a while to teach them that in Israel, you can actually, when an elevator door opens, you can enter before people exit, and somehow it works. So there's some mentality, but seriously, we need to look hundreds of years forward. At this point, I also want to specifically thank the extraordinary people, Sheldon and Mary Adelson, who have already left a profound mark on the future of the state of Israel and on the future of the state of the Jews in America and around the world. It's our goal together to ensure that this goes on forever, because we need that.
Well, you know, my favorite word of the evening was unequivocal. And I've never used it before. I use unconditional, but I love the word unequivocal. I also call it goosebumps. And I just love that word. And this is really what the IAC is bringing, an unequivocal love and connection to Israel. I want to leave you with one last question. What does success look like if you dream about a stronger relationship between the communities of Israel and the communities of the diaspora, especially America? When you look down the road, whether it's 5 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, what does success look like? What does a stronger relationship look like? How will we know when we're going in the right direction?
Well, it's two levels. 100 years from now, when a Jew hurts in Nahariya in Israel, a Jew in Wisconsin or in Boston or in Los Angeles will hurt with him. That's the basic level. Kol Israel arevim ze lazeh. All Jews.
Amen.
And at a higher level, that's a connection where we share the same fate. The higher level, though, is that not only we share the same fate, but we together share the same mission. And that mission is to make a more perfect world. But how do you do it? How do you do it? I think the state of Israel is the model. It's imperfect, but we're working on it. It's the model of an ideal state that's out there fighting for the free world in the toughest region in the whole world, providing full equal rights to its minorities, and being a good, open Jewish country with the support of Jews around the world. If we perfect that, we're going to teach the world how to do cyber. We're going to teach the world how to fight terrorism and prevail. We're going to teach the world how to be a strong democracy amid the toughest place in the world, and we will prevail.
So that Israel could lead the way in terms of the Jews being a light unto the nations.
Or LaGoyim, a light upon the nations.
Amen. On that note, thank you very much.
Toda rabah.